I'd like to ask 8th graders to stick around on stage for a minute, just kind of filter out, because I believe there's some photos that people want to take some pictures, right? So just stick around. 7th graders, you guys are free to go, just kind of find your way through, please. And percussionists, could you please start tearing our stuff down, making sure you don't mingle it with the Heinzman stuff? Thank you. And once again, folks, thanks. It's been a really amazing year, and couldn't have done it without you. Couldn't have done it without these guys. Thanks so much for everything. Okay.
So I'm short, and I got the microphone. But so there's a tradition where the 8th graders get together and give a gift to Mr. Musser for all of his hard work and time and love that he puts into this group. So we've tried to contact almost all the 8th grade parents we could. So this is from the entire 8th grade band and orchestra. So that you don't forget them. Not that you could, if you wanted to, but you can't.
So usually the 8th grade students would talk. We asked some of them, we surveyed the crowd, and since they just left their house a few months ago, they weren't interested in doing the stage thing. But I think I have a couple things to say about Mr. Musser. One is, so I'm Jake's mom, by the way. Jake's right there. The eye rolling, that's mine. When he was about 7, he started playing violin, and so we thought, well, let's take him to a big kid concert so he can see what it's going to be like. So we came here, and it was the middle school and the high school were playing, and Mr. Musser got up there in his tuxedo, and he said, you know, making music, it's like making something that's beautiful just for the sake of beauty. And at the end of that concert, my little 7-year-old said, I'm going to have him as my teacher. So I sent him back to 3rd grade, and I said, well, good luck. So then we fast forward. These kids, most of them have had Mr. Musser for the past 3 years. So on March 13th of 2020, the 6th grade orchestra had him 6th period and said goodbye. And then the 6th grade band had him 7th period and said goodbye. And we didn't know what was going to happen. And then his voice was in my kitchen because he was encouraging them to play. And these guys, these instruments aren't all made to be solos. You know that because you live with them too. But he was a constant for them. And teachers only get kids for maybe a semester or a year. But he's had these guys for 3 years. So he had them in virtual school. And then we were miraculously able to come back for hybrid. And he had him for hybrid. But he wasn't here yet. So he had him on the big screen, so these guys had to be super independent and run the drum machine and do all of that. And then he came back after spring break in 7th grade for them. And then this whole year, this is our first spring. These kids have never been at the middle school in spring before. So it's pretty amazing. And Mr. Musser has been here with these kids every step of all 3 years that they've been here. So it's amazing when you go through something like that with somebody. And that's the kind of teacher he is. He's passionate about his music. He loves these kids, loves these kids. And I couldn't have asked for any more for mine, and I'm so happy for everyone who still has kids with him. And we're so thankful. So on behalf of all the 8th grade families, thank you so much for everything.
Guess who I'll think of when I hear this? Thank you for being a superior teacher. 2021-22 WMS 8th grade band and orchestra. Thanks, guys. Thanks, all of you. Good night. We'll see you next year.